I did what I had to. I made the weight. If you see the pictures, I'm like, damn, dude. Making that weight, I feel like, that one was tough.
What's up, my people? This the Black Two Sugars. I'm Showbiz the Adult, and I'm here with WBC welterweight champion, Mario Barrios. What's going on, man?
How's it going, brother?
Yo, we were just talking off camera about you being a Bear fan, but born in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Listen, yo, if you're a Packer fan right now, this guy, they gonna be rooting for you.
I don't like you. If you're a Packers fan.
How did that happen, man? You grew up in Wisconsin or no?
No, I was born in Racine, Wisconsin. So
Okay.
we're actually closer to Chicago than Green Bay.
I know that.
Yeah.
You like right there, close Kenosha, and then there's the Illinois right. So you feel
right
closer to Chicago anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah, so all of my family up north, everybody's like 50-50, like Bears fan, Packers fan. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a Packers fan though.
They gonna give you a pass.
Yeah.
Man. But
I'm like, even if they don't, what are you gonna do?
Nobody's gonna do anything with Mario Barrios. But listen, bro, listen. I've been a fan of yours for a long time, dude. But what kills me, and I mean, dude, absolutely kills me as a boxing fan and a Mario Barrios fan, is the disrespect, bro. You have one of those resumes that every hardcore boxing fan rave about. Let's talk about that. Why do you go under the radar as a WBC welterweight champion?
I don't know. I don't know, but like maybe because, I've never been the biggest talker. I'm not the one. I'm never the loudest in the room. I do my job, which is just train and just be ready.
Right. Now, when you say the big fights, you've had Gervonta Tank Davis, you had Keith Thurman, you have Ryan Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, and 3 out of those 4 fights, if not all 4, I know for sure, 3 out of those 4 fights, you were a champion. And they're acting like you're always the op.
Yeah.
When really, you're the champion, bruh. And when Devin Haney fought Brian Norman, over and over and over again, they repeated that Devin Haney was fighting the best welterweight champion. And I'm like, wait a minute. There's a guy named Mario Barrios who's been defending it. How did you feel about that?
I'm where I am for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm not one to sit here try to argue about my place in the sport because I know exactly where I am, what got me here. So that's all I'm really concerned with.
Okay. Yeah. Now listen, I'm going to talk to the people out here for a quick second, brother. Because we saw your last fight.
Yeah.
You were taking on a legend.
Yeah.
All-time great. Almost icon, maybe icon in Manny Pacquiao. Did you take it easy on him a little bit? Listen, I saw opportunities where I'm like, hold on, man. Did you respect him a bit much? Or did you say, man, I'm not going to do him like that? Then it was a draw at the end. Like, what? Or did you really just put everything out there and you tried your absolute best against Manny Pacquiao?
Nah, I definitely did my best, and I was out there, We trained for months, for his style. We had sparring partners that try to mimic, everything he does, and sparring everything, man, it was just fucking killing it. Mm-hmm. But then actually having him in front of you, it's just different. So it took me a minute, to catch that rhythm, catch that timing, and then I feel like once I started, I was like, okay, I felt like I was going, but yeah, I think that's why that a rematch wasn't something that they were interested in.
Yeah, because you started to pick it up. You started to pick a car. I saw that towards the end. I'm like, wait a second.
I know with the rematch, all I had to do was just apply more pressure earlier on, and I don't think he would have been able to last.
And my thing is, this man, Manny Pacquiao, we're going to talk about him just for a little bit, who Ryan Garcia has said is a hero of his, and you're going to face Ryan Garcia. So you're going back to back. But Manny Pacquiao being over the hill, quote unquote, he still had that game. He still had the speed and reflexes. He still had the IQ and certain things that, like you said, it's different when you're in there, huh? Kind of threw you off a bit.
Yeah.
So, with Ryan Garcia, you can match him physically. Mm-hmm. The guy is a tall guy, all right? The guy's a strong guy, so are you. Knockout power, you got the length, all those things. But his speed, How are you going to deal with that speed without giving too much away? I don't want you to give too much away, but how are you going to deal with that speed when you guys fight?
Timing always beats speed, and boxing IQ also. And I think going into this fight, I know I'm the better fighter. I know on a boxing level, not saying that Ryan isn't good. Like, he's good at what he does. He's very explosive. But I just know I'm the better fighter. I just know what I'm better at in this fight, and I'm gonna show that on the February 21st.
Okay, you guys have something in common. And we didn't know how much you guys had this in common until you just tweeted it or X'd it. What do they call it now? But you guys, both of you fought Tank.
Yeah.
And everybody was raving about and talking about the rehydration clause that was put on Ryan. And then you just came out very simply, that happened to me too. Talk about that. How much does that affect you? And when you saw Ryan out there, did you kind of feel his pain? Like, hey, listen, man, I know that was hard to do.
Yeah.
How much does that affect? Or you're like a no excuses, it didn't affect me at all type of.
Yeah. You sign the contract, you know what you're signing up for. So I'm not gonna sit here and about it because it didn't go my way. When I accepted the fight with Tank, I was already planning on moving up to welterweight. But of course, that fight was presented, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity.
Right.
And I knew on the boxing level with Tank, like, I've been boxing just as long as he had. So I knew on the boxing level with him, like, I could compete.
Yeah, you were whooping his ass the first half.
Yeah,
The first half, we always bring that up. The first
Yeah.
half of that fight, you were getting busy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was a great chess match, and I did what I had to. I made the weight. If you see the pictures, I'm like, damn, dude. Making that weight, I feel like that one was tough. It was tough as hell, but I made it.
Yeah.
And then I hydrated, as best as I could, with the clause that was in effect. But went out there, and every time I go out there, I'm gonna give it, whatever 100% is that day. That's what I'm gonna give on fight night.
I like that.
And I
you
did.
said that
I did.
on that day. You definitely did. You
Yeah.
kept getting up.
Yeah.
You heard him early. He said that he was worried about your size, your power. He said, I'm not going up to 140 anymore. All that, you did that. Now, this is what you also have done, and I mean like right now. You gave Ryan Garcia a shot at the title, coming off of a loss. Now, listen, bro. You could have easily said, listen, I'm the champion. He coming off a loss. He doesn't deserve it, right? When everyone knows the type of talent he is.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm going to give him a shot. Who does that? Why did you do this?
Of course, like I said, I want to fight, the other champions. But for the meantime, I can't. I'm still gonna bring those, do what I can to bring the biggest fight. And on the table at the moment, fighting Ryan Garcia is the biggest fight out there. I feel like this is just the right time to make this fight.
I feel that. I mean, listen, dude, there's a lot banking on this.
Yeah.
There's a lot riding on this for both of you.
Yeah.
If you beat Ryan, bro, a lot of people gonna say, I mean, he's a streamer, Instagram, content creator. I mean, you can mess around and just slay his whole brand if you win this fight. There's a lot that he's risking, and you sure that you're going to be victorious?
I'm positive. Yeah, I'm positive, man. Yeah, me and Joe have been working hard. Ryan is good at what he does, but I don't think he has as many tools in the bag as I do. Again, I think when it comes to resume, I don't think our resumes come close. I have the experience, especially at welterweight. I feel like
I was going to say that because when you said a better fighter, I'm like, well, you're definitely the better welterweight. Yeah, he hasn't been there.
Yeah, and I think when he fought Rollies, it was like a catchweight or something.
Right, it was like 144 or something like that.
Yeah, now I feel like I'm that guy at welterweight.
Right, right. Now, I want to talk about Thurman at the end because that's going to be my last question. But before that, you have all these ideas and you have this knowledge on Ryan Garcia, what he brings to the table, who he is, what you do better than him. Does Goosen give you some of that insight? Because you know he worked with Ryan a few
Yeah.
training camps. Does he come over there and he's like, hey, man, this is what he doesn't do. This is what he does. I'm sure that conversation had to have happened, and that's a big leverage for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I feel like aside from like just stylistically, that we're working on, Ryan isn't, a topic of conversation, other than just our game plan.
Oh,
Yeah.
period.
Period.
Yeah, I get
and
that.
it's just like, and Joe knows, bad habits he makes, and the bad habits he makes is, from his fights. That's stuff that we're worried about.
Right. Okay, last question. The Thurman fight, I saw your face, your first time at welterweight. I mean, it looked like you were in a war. But towards the end of the fight, it was him on his skates. He was booking it around the ring. You're digging to his body. That there was so much respect thrown your way. And it felt like you put an exclamation mark on the fact that a lot of people feel, and I've said it myself, I'm guilty of it myself, that I'm not sure if he has a concrete chin, but he has a glass body.
Yeah.
But the question I wanted to ask you was, Tank, Thurman, Pacquiao, who hits the hardest?
Man, I'll be honest, everybody at this level hits hard as There's only one person that has dropped me though, which was Tank, and he's just one of those dudes. Like, the most dangerous punch is the punch that you don't see coming.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, everybody hits hard, but when you get somebody that has like speed, that has movement, that hits you with stuff that you don't see, that's when it's dangerous.
Yeah, that's the Thailand you're talking about.
Yeah, so all of them, again, they all, Pacquiao, Thurman, Tank, they all hit hard.
Yeah.
They all hit hard. But I've only been down in one of those fights.
I feel that. That makes sense. I mean, he's the only one that dropped me. So you want to beat Ryan Garcia.
Absolutely.
It's the Black Two Sugars, Mario Barrios. Thanks, brother. Thanks for talking to me, man.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.